I am Sung Nung from TripIXR, and in this presentation, I will introduce Persona Boost, personalized text-to-motion generation, a paper accepted at CVPR 2025. This work explores how we can generate personalized 3D character motions from text by combining recent advances in motion diffusion models with new strategies for capturing individual styles or personas from reference data. Text-to-motion generation is a task where 3D character motions are created based only on a given textual input. For example, if the input sentence is a person kicks with their left leg, the model generates a motion that matches the described action. This technique allows creators to produce animators directly from language without manually animating each sequence. The approach has gained attention because it bridges natural language and animation, making motion generation more intuitive and accessible. Motion personalization goes one step further than basic text-to-motion. It aims to generate motion not only based on the text prompt, but also conditioned on the unique motion style of a particular individual or character using reference motions. This enables the model to reflect personal traits like how the Hulk works or moves. As shown in the example, the personalized motion prompt results in very different outputs from existing text-to-motion synthesis, making this technique useful in gaming, film, and the metaverse. Despite its potential, motion personalization faces several challenges. One of the biggest problems is the absence of data that include aligned triple sets, text description, reference motions that shows personal style, and ground truth target motions. Without this kind of data, it's hard to train models to learn the connection between language, motion content, and personalized style. Additionally, most existing methods for motion style transform rely on a single reference motion, which limits their ability to capture consistent, realistic personas across a variety of actions. This paper proposed two main contributions to address the challenges. First, it introduces a high-quality motion dataset specifically designed for capturing diverse personas across multiple actions. This dataset includes various styles, motion types, and actor performance, providing a solid foundation for training personalized models. Second, it prevents a new model, Persona Boost, which uses multiple reference motion and adapter-based fine-tuning approach. This allows the model to learn from multiple examples and generate more coherent, consistent, and diverse personalized motions based on the text proposed. This is the overall architecture of Persona Boost. The system takes as input a set of motions from a specific persona and a text prompt describing the desired action. The first component is the persona extractor, which processes the input motions and generates two outputs, the visual persona feature and the persona token. These two features are used to adapt both the visual and textual representations. For text, the personalized text encoder modifies the sentence embedding by incorporating the persona token. For the motion part, the visual persona feature is injected into the diffusion model using an adapted layer. To ensure consistency across different inputs, a loss function called the persona cohesion loss is applied. Finally, the system uses context-aware vision to merge multiple input motion and generate a final personalized motion that aligns with the input prompt. Look at the persona extractor in more detail. It consists of two parts, motion clip and an NLP layer. Motion clip is based on the TMR architecture and acts as the motion encoder. Motion clip is designed to capture motion semantics by aligning motion features with texture descriptions. The motion sequences and corresponding text descriptions are encoded separately, then aligned through contrast learning. By using this encoder, the system learns to represent motions in a way that reflects their semantic meaning, which is essential for capturing persona-related information. The process starts by feeding a persona-specific motion sequence into motion clip. Motion clip extracts a sequence of frame-level features, which are called visual persona features. These features are then passed through an MLP layer to produce a condensed vector known as the persona token. The persona token serves as a compact identity representation and is later used for adapting the text encoder. This two-level feature extraction, one for visual adaptation and one for text adaptation, ensures that the model captures consistent stylistic cues across different input modalities. To make the model understand which motions belong to the same persona, contrast learning is applied. Given a batch of motion samples, the system augments each by adding additional samples from the same persona group. So far, a batch of size n, a total of en samples are used. Each input has a positive pair from the same persona. The contrastive loss is designed to pull together samples from the same persona while pushing apart those from different personas. This helps the system cluster motion features by persona rather than by action content, which is the key to generating consistent and realistic personalized motion. For text adaptation, the model leverages the clip text encoder. The idea is to inject the persona-specific information directly into the sentence embedding by using a token placeholder. For example, the input prompt "a person is dancing" is transferred into P star "person is dancing," where P star is replaced with the learned persona token. The original sentence embedding and the adapted one are combined using a gating mechanism controlled by a learnable parameter. This allows the model to subtly fuse generic text understanding with persona-specific style, making the final motion output both semantically correct and stylistically personalized. In textual adaptation, one of the keys is to replace semantic words in the original prompt with persona tokens. For example, the original sentence "a person is dancing" is transformed into P star "person is dancing." The placeholder P star is then replaced with a vector presentation, the persona token, which is derived from the reference motions. This allows the system to personalize the semantics of the sentence, not just interpret it generically, but in a way that reflects the specific style or capture the input motions. Both the original prompt and the modified one containing the persona token are passed through the clip text encoder. This encoder has two components, a token embedding layer and a sentence encoder. It produces two embeddings, one from the generic sentence and one from the personalized version. These embeddings capture different aspects. The original embedding focuses on the semantics of the motion description, while the adapted one incorporates style information. The two embeddings are not used independently. They are fused together using a weighted sum. This weighted is dynamically calculated using the formula scaling factor multiplied by the hyperbolic tangent of a learnable parameter. This approach enables the model to adjust how much importance it should give to each embedding. In cases where style is crucial, the model can emphasize the persona-adapted version more. On the other hand, for content-heavy prompts, the generic sentence can have more weight. The hyperbolic tangent function is specifically chosen for each value range between -1 and 1. By applying hyperbolic tangent to the learnable parameter, the system prevents extreme weight and avoids letting either embedding dominate completely. This careful balancing allows the model to produce outputs that are faithful to the text while still reflecting the unique movement style encoded in the persona token. The combination strategically provides flexible and stable control over text-based motion personalization. In addition to adapting the text input, Persona also applies adaptation to the motion generation process itself. The architecture is based on MDM, a diffusion model for motion generation. Here, the visual persona feature is injected into the transform blocks of the diffusion model using an adaptive layer. This layer sits between the self-attention and feedforward modules. It resists both the intermediate representation and the visual persona feature, and the fusion is modulated by a gating mechanism similar to the one used in the text encoder. This ensures that the visual characteristics of the reference persona influence the generation process at every diffusion step. In the visual adaptation module, the model takes the personalized text token and the current motion state and feeds them together through a self-attention layer. This is done during each diffusion step within the transformer block. The self-attention mechanism enables the model to jointly consider the motion and the text input in context, helping it reason about how the action should look when performed in the style of a given persona. This interaction is crucial for aligning semantics from text with stylist information from motion. To further personalize the motion, the model includes an additional adapter layer after the self-attention step. This adapter layer receives both the current motion embedding, denoted as Z, and the visual persona feature denoted as V star. The goal of the adapter is to inject the persona style into the latent space of diffusion model, modifying the motion generation path in a controlled way. This structure is modular and learnable, meaning it can generalize across various personas and actions with fine-tuning. Aside, the adapter layer, both Z and V star, are fused together using a weighted operation. This weight is calculated by multiplying a scaling factor SV with the hyperbolic tangent of a learnable parameter YV. This gating mechanism determines how strongly the persona feature influences the generation motion. If SV is high, the model emphasizes the stylistic details from the reference motion more heavily. The learnability of YV allows the model to find the best balance between fidelity to the persona and maintaining content consistency. The result of this weighted operation is then added back to the original motion embedding Z. This simple yet effective mechanism makes sure that the final embedding Z bar reflects of both the intended action from the text and the stylistic traits of the persona. By combining text-driven content with visually extracted style in this manner, Persona Boost is able to generate motion sequences that look natural and consistently matches the reference identity. Finally, When multiple reference motions are available, the model performs a text-aware fusion to select and combine them intelligently. Each reference motion is first encoded and then compared with the text prompt using cosine similarity. These similarity excursions are normalized using a soft function to produce a set of weights. The visual and textual persona features from the input motions are then merged using this weight. This ensures that the most relevant motions, those most aligned with the input text, have the strongest influence on the generated research. Instead of averaging everything blindly, this approach makes the fusion process context-sensitive, which greatly improves both realism and coherence. Now let's talk about how the model is evaluated. Four key metrics are used to assess the performance of motion generation models. First is FID, a Frechet inception distinction, which measures the overall quality and realism of generated motions. The lower the FID, the better. Next is our precision, which checks how accurately the generated motion matches the input and text prompt. It reflects semantic alignment between text and motion. Then we have PRA, or Persona Recognition Accuracy. This evaluates whether the generated motion maintains the identity of the reference persona. A pre-trained classifier is used to recognize if the output looks like the same persona. Finally, diversity measures how varied the generated motions are across different personas. This metric ensures that the model doesn't produce repetitive or generic research. Together, these metrics provide a comprehensive evaluation of quality, consistency, identity, and variety. These tables compare the persona booths with other state-of-the-art models using these metrics. Their columns labeled age, chart 1, chart 2, and so on represent subcategories of persona styles like personality, emotion, or condition. Each method is evaluated in terms of how well it performs for different persona types. For example, chart 1 includes personas like Herc or Robot, and Emo 2 includes styles like Happy or Strained. The final column shows the average score across all subcategories. This breakdown helps us understand whether the model performs well across all types of personas, not just in general. The table also includes two versions of persona booths, SI, which uses a single input motion, and MI, which uses multiple inputs. This distinction is important because using multiple reference motion offers more information about the persona's movement style. As you'll see in the next slide, MI consistently performs a SI in most evaluation metrics, demonstrating the value of multiple reference input in the motion personalization. Looking at the SI version of Persona Boost, it already performs very well. It achieves the lowest FID among all compared methods, meaning it produces the most realistic motions. It also records the highest precision score, indicating that the generated motions align closely with the input prompts. When it comes to PRA and diversity, it also outperforms the baseline method. This suggests that even if only a single reference motion, Persona Boost can generate the high-quality, personalized result across various persona styles. Now looking at the MI setting, Persona Boost takes performance one step further by incorporating multiple reference motions and using context-aware fusion. The model achieves even better scores. FID is further reduced, and precision improves, and the average PRA is higher than in single input cases. Most notably, the diversity score also increases, meaning the generated motions are more varied and capture broader personal expressions. This proves that multiple references do not just add redundancy, they significantly boost the model's ability to generate rich, diverse, and accurate motions. Tool above this paper present a new task called motion personalization, which aims to generate text-driven motions that reflect the unique characteristic of an individual. Unlike general motion generation, this text emphasizes the individuality and personality of the motion, making it suitable for applications like avatar animation, gaming, and virtual environments. To enable this, the authors introduced two main contributions. First, a large-scale dataset named PARMO, which includes diverse personal impressions across multiple actors and actions. And second, a novel framework called Persona Boost, which personalizes motion generation through multimodal fine-tuning. This framework is powered by two key techniques: context learning, which ensures that different motions from the same persona are encoded similarly, and the context-aware fusion, which selected combines multiple motion references based on their alignment with the input text. Together, these innovations allows Persona Boost to generate motion that is not only realistic and semantically accurate, but also personalizes in style across a wide range of content. That concludes the presentation of Persona Boost. I am Sang-Unong from XXXL, and if you have any question or would like to know more, feel free to reach off my email. Thank you.